Ladies and gentlemen, two clarifications before going into the clash. Number one, the motion for this round is that companies should be allowed to discriminate and not always have to discriminate. So this means that companies can discriminate when they have a good reason, which is like companies already do it on a meritocratic selection under the status quo. What does this mean? It means that their side of the house has been extremely unclear on when to allow and disallow companies to make that selection, whereas our side of the house has given you much more comprehensive and comparative clash. Second clarification is that if companies start to select people on an unreasonable basis, like applicants can sue, as Mitsushi has told you, or if banks don't accept black people, there will be severe criticism and demonstration if it's like really unreasonable. Therefore, we think even if we take this proposal, it doesn't mean that these people would not have any choice to go into a certain company if it's a fair claim. With that being said, I'm going to move on to number one, harm to corporations. Secondly, controllability of lifestyle choices. Thirdly, comparison of best case, and tell you why we're going to jeopardize innocent people on our side of the house who don't really have any control over their lives, compared to there would be some lifestyle choices on their side of the house. Now, number one, harm to corporation. We've been telling you that there would be an everlasting threat on revenue and considerable threat on a physical and psychological basis. For example, teacher having a child porn is a jeopardizing factor to the child's safety. The only two responses coming from their side of the house is number one, from leader of opposition. It's a rare case, we don't want to talk about it. Yes, we agree that it doesn't happen on a daily basis, but they just underestimate that harm. It is called risk control or risk management for companies to eliminate every possibility that may jeopardize their entire business. That wasn't really a proper refutation. Second response coming from Masao-kun was that, well, there will be account segregation between Facebook and LinkedIn. Number one, as I have already told you, Bakatta is a SNS incident happening inside companies, which means that wasn't a refutation. Secondly, if it's an Enjo incident, for example, Masao-kun doing something stupid, people can look up his Facebook account and LinkedIn account at the same time, saying that Masao-kun works for company A, which doesn't really mean that this can be completely segregated, which also feeds into why it is important for companies to do the risk management in order to prevent such huge incident which may destroy the entire company. Secondly, controllability of lifestyle choices. Now, we have been telling you that even if we completely concede to the point that being not obese is difficult, they can still go to hospitals. Smokers can go get nicotine patches in hospitals. Even if it's difficult, they still reserve certain choices. The thing is, even if lifestyle choices are unchangeable, the counterintuitive fact from the thing that we have to face is that we see competent smokers and obese people like Sakurai Hideto. Here's the thing, even if these people have generally unacceptable or unfavored lifestyle choices, if companies have a good reason, they would still hire them. We have been telling you, me and Mitsushi has been telling you this, and their example, like Hide-chan being hired and Asahi Kase is a very good example of why the company sees him as an asset. So even if we take that analysis, we don't really think that lifestyle choices should not be the reason to exclude. Lastly, comparison of best case scenario. So even if lifestyle choices are relatively uncontrollable, we think that the degree of innocence is completely different. For existing employees, as I have told you in Prime Minister, they have absolutely no controllability over an asshole getting into a corporation. Whereas, lifestyle choices is still blamable to a certain extent. Even if it's difficult, it's their choice at the end of the day. That's the first comparison. Secondly, the impact. So we're going to destroy potential loss of an income source of an existing workers. Whereas, as I have compared in the Prime Minister already, what their side of the house is protecting is a potential opportunity loss which can be compensated. From those two reasons, even if we completely accept their best case scenario, we still don't think there was a good reason to protect these people. For all those reasons, the motion should stand. Thank you.